In the bustling streets of Seoul, where neon signs flicker and alleyways hum with the whispers of the city, a girl named Sora lives a double life. To most, Sora is nothing but an ordinary university student, a quiet girl who sits in the back of classrooms, her nose buried in textbooks. But beneath her calm exterior lies something far more dangerous. Sora is a gifted, a person with the rare ability to manipulate shadows themselves, bending their form and shifting their purpose. And in the hidden underworld of Seoul, her kind are hunted. For the gifted, the world is a perilous place. They are feared by the public, who view their abilities as unnatural. Groups known as harvesters seek them out, not for their safety, but for their power, believing that by stealing the abilities of the gifted, they can harness their strength for their own dark purposes. To survive, the gifted live in secrecy, carefully hiding their true selves. Sora knows this rule better than anyone. Her life is a delicate balancing act. By day, she pretends to be an ordinary girl, blending into crowds. But by night, under the cover of darkness, she uses her power to protect other gifted who are being hunted. Sora's abilities are unique. Unlike most gifted who can manipulate simple objects or perform short bursts of power, Sora's mastery over shadows is unmatched. She can use them to cloak herself, bind her enemies, and even turn darkness into weapons. But her gift comes with a price, a mysterious mark on the back of her hand that grows darker every time she uses her abilities, a reminder that her power always carries consequences. One night, as she walks home from campus, Sora senses something unusual in the air. The street, usually filled with foot traffic at this hour, is eerily empty. A chill crawls up her spine. She stops, her eyes darting toward an alley where the shadows seem to shift unnaturally. At first, she thinks her mind is playing tricks on her, but then she hears it, a faint sound, almost like breathing. Someone is watching her. Sora turns around, her heartbeat quickening. "Who's there?" she calls out, her voice steady despite her fear. Silence. Then, without warning, a figure emerges from the shadows, tall, cloaked, with eyes that glint like steel. Sora freezes. It's a harvester. The figure doesn't speak, but the way he moves confirms her suspicions. He lunges toward her, his hand outstretched and glowing faintly with energy. Sora reacts instinctively. She twists her fingers, summoning the shadows around her into a wall of darkness. The harvester crashes into it, momentarily stunned. But Sora knows this won't hold him for long. She has faced harvesters before. They are relentless and dangerous, armed with powers stolen from other gifted. "What do you want from me?" Sora demands, backing away cautiously. The stranger smirks, his voice smooth and sharp. "You're the one we've been looking for, Shadowweaver. Tonight, you belong to us." Sora's heart plummets. Shadowweaver. The name is her secret, a title whispered among the underground gifted community, granting her a reputation she neither asked for nor wanted. But the fact that the harvesters know her name is bad, very bad. It means they have been tracking her for months, and now they are ready to take her powers for themselves. Suddenly, the harvester gestures toward the alley and two more figures step out. Sora is outnumbered. Worse, her mark is beginning to sting, warning her of the dangers of overusing her abilities. She clenches her fists, summoning more shadows to coat the ground beneath her. She has no choice but to fight. The battle is fast and brutal. Shadows swirl around her, transforming into whips and daggers as she dodges and retaliates against the harvesters. One of them tries to capture her with a glowing net of energy, but she dissolves into darkness, reappearing behind them in a cloud of shadow. The alley becomes a nightmare, a whirl of darkness and light as the opposing forces clash. But no matter how fiercely Sora fights, the harvesters don't back down. And her mark grows darker and hotter, sapping her strength. Just when it seems like Sora might lose, a strange voice echoes through the alley. A second later, the shadows around her pulse erratically, pulling her attention toward the top of a nearby building. There, silhouetted against the moonlight, stands another figure. He's tall, dressed in black, with an aura of raw energy swirling around him. But what catches Sora's attention most are his amber eyes, glowing faintly in the dark. Eyes that seem to pierce straight through her. "You're surrounded," the man says, his voice calm but commanding. "If you want to live, follow me." Sora hesitates. Whoever this man is, he is not a harvester. His energy is different. almost familiar, but she doesn't recognize him, and she has no reason to trust him. Still, her options are dwindling. She grits her teeth and leaps into the air, her shadows propelling her upward to the rooftop where the man stands. The harvesters yell and try to pursue, but the man raises a gloved hand, creating a cascade of flickering light that separates the building from the alley below. With the barrier in place, he turns to Sora, his expression unreadable. "Who are you?" she demands, gasping for breath. "Why did you help me?" The man tilts his head slightly, his amber eyes locked onto hers. "You're asking the wrong questions, Shadowweaver. You should be asking why I've been searching for you." Before Sora can respond, the man pulls a small black coin from his pocket and presses it into her hand. Sora looks down at it, her confusion deepening. The coin bears a strange sigil, a symbol she's seen before, hidden in ancient texts about the origin of the gifted. But its meaning is a mystery. "What is this?" she asks, her voice low and wary. The man steps closer, his gaze unwavering. "It's a key," he says, "and you'll need it for what's coming next." Sora's grip tightens on the coin as a shiver runs down her spine. There's something dangerous about this man, something that feels both familiar and foreign. She doesn't know who he is or what he wants, but one thing is clear. Her world is about to change. As the city below quiets and the shadow barrier dissolves, Sora looks back at the glowing streets of Seoul. The harvesters will come for her again, she knows. But now, there's another mystery to solve. Who is this man? What does he know about her powers? And what lies ahead for the gifted? The shadows always hide secrets, but what's buried in the darkness will soon come to light. Want to know what happens next? Subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. The mystery is only beginning. The shadows always hide secrets, but what's buried in the darkness will soon come to light. Want to know what happens next? Subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. The mystery is only beginning.